Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday, guys. Smash the like button on the way in. Appreciate you guys for joining me. Today we have a very important close for the Bitcoin. It is a combo of the daily close, the monthly close, and the weekly close. So let's get ready. To watch Bitcoin do the exact same thing that it has done for like a week. Are you ready? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Happy Sunday. Today, as I was just explaining, is a very important close for Bitcoin. We got the daily, the weekly, and the monthly all converging on one date, and that is today, August 31st, 2025. Hey, happy Sunday, guys. What's going on, Fahid, Drummer, and Tishu? Fahid said, one small relief rally, then crash, then pump. I think that's this. This is our small relief rally. Or maybe it's this. Small relief rally, crash, then pump. This is our pump. Pick your poison. Unfortunately, we're going very close to the 106 level. Tishu said I missed the old intro and pump song. Which one? I have a couple old ones. Hold on, let me go headphone in. I think this is my first one that I purchased. Yeah. Is that the one that you're talking about? Or are you talking about the real old one? The one that I had from YouTube, Burgundy. I think is what it's called. That was a good one. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. I definitely whacked the mic, so I apologize. I call it the banana pump song. Yeah, I think you're talking about Burgundy on YouTube. That was a good one for sure. Okay. Bitcoin currently trading at 108,622. Oh, 108,641 and 27 cents. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map. See if it looks any different. And oh, it looks different, but the same. Interesting. Okay. So it looks like if I had to still ride on the back of my conspiracy theory, the market maker is US based, and there's some Asian liquidity sprinkled throughout here, and obviously other countries. I think Asia has the most money though. 107,961. Okay. And then I guess I'll go right here, 107, 118. And then up above, 109, 340. And 110, 182. Cool. Okay. So, interestingly enough, the liquidation point to the upside is where we bounced previously. Broke below that, turned it into resistance, which is quite interesting. We're still trapped in our little range though. Nothing really crazy going on, to be completely honest. Why is the volume in, what is going on? The volume is inside of my RSI. Never seen that before. Am I crazy? Why is that here? I'm not sure what to do about that. I don't really mind it though, honestly. It makes the chart a lot easier to see. But I mean, it's kind of messing up my RSI then. Anyways, we're coming up on a potential bearish cross over the moving average in the RSI. Rejecting 109.340 level, which is a liquidation level. We're sitting at 108.621.99. Momentum wave pretty much flatlined. It's sitting on the lower side, but nothing really crazy going on. Bitcoin dominance 58.03, getting a little oh, interesting. It actually broke below 58 for a hot second. Sitting above it again right now though. But I guess it'll depend on what happens for the close. How do I fix the volume? Now it's actually in the way. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm crazy. Volume. Is that a thing that I gotta do in here? I'm legitimately confused. Oh, is that it? Okay. No, that didn't do anything. All right, whatever. Anyways, ETH is up 1.24% on the day, currently trading at 44.27.99. We got, what did we even get here? It broke below our lower trend line, which we were watching, which was our neckline for our head. Well, kind of. It was right above our neckline for our head and shoulder. But we did break below that, retested bearish. Are we going to fulfill the head and shoulder down to 4K next? 41. I would call it 41 before I called it 4K. But now that it's kind of gone up, the target might be even more frugal. We are getting a potential bearish crossover the moving average on the RSI. Momentum wave has a red dot, confirming downside. Touched the all-time high and then just started to kind of fizzle out, honestly. We had a similar situation here, where it broke down and then it pumped. So is it doing that right now? Honestly, that might be it. That'd be kind of funny. We'll see what comes of it, though. We do seem to have touched at least close to 42.40. We're sitting at 44.20 right now. Nice. And I don't know, volume could be better. Volume's pretty bad. Like I said, though, we got a 3-day weekend, so tomorrow the U.S. market is not open in observation of Labor Day. So probably going to be boring tomorrow too, unfortunately. But that gives us plenty of time to accumulate some nice dollar cost average prices. Sol is up 0.19% on the day, currently trading at 203.09. We did a little fake out below our upper trend line, and then we came back down, and we got kind of like a smaller time frame inverse head and shoulders here, it looks like, which very nicely held our $200 level and our purple trend line, which is like the midpoint of this ascending wedge situation that we're in. So we'll see what comes of that. RSI is dead center. We did get a bearish cross over the moving average, and your momentum wave is right in the middle, but pointing to the upside. We'll see if it results in anything. Lower time frame definitely has that inverse head and shoulders for sure. So we'll see if that comes to anything. If it does, target's probably like 210. It's not a big target at all. 210, 212. But we'll see what happens. Total 3 is down 0.34% on the day. We are still lingering in between 1 trillion and 1.07 trillion. We're sitting at 1.03 right now. We did get a rejection at 1.04. So downside target probably 1 trillion, but we'll see if we hold. It does also, though, look like we are laddering up right here. And there's a lot of wicks to the downside, which again indicates buying pressure, which we had back here. Smaller quantity, but larger in size for sure. JY said Sunday dump day. It's like clockwork, man. It really is. Every single time. If you short Sunday and Monday, probably make bank. It's not financial advice. Can somebody please tell me how the hell I can get the volume out of my RSI. I don't know why it's in there. Yeah, that's not an option. What in the world? What if I delete it? Aha! Okay. And then I'll bring it back. Is this gonna fix it? Let's go! Okay. Now, is the volume just gone forever? Oh great, now all those stupid words are showing up. Titles? Okay, titles is fine. Values? Yeah, that should go away. Since when did they like update TradingView? It's driving me crazy. Volume? No, I don't want the I don't know where I want the volume. I want the volume in here. What a mess, man. What a mess. I mean, it's got to just be this thing. Where did it go now? Volume. Okay. Now do I refresh? Reload. We're on total 3. Oh, it takes me straight to SNEK. That's kind of funny. The volume's back in the RSI. What the heck is going on? I can't have that. I'm sorry. There's no way. That's funny. There's usually a little drop-down arrow thingy too, but that's not here. They definitely updated this. Oh boy. I gotta uncheck that every single time. Tish, you said Matic is pumping though. Most dumping and Matic pumping today is the ultimate troll. That is pretty funny. So total 3, 1.03 right now. We'll see if we get a bounce and continue this kind of ladder stair step up situation. I don't know. It's been pretty consistent. You stair step a couple of times and then you dump. Stair step, dump. This one's stair step down. Stair step, dump. So the odds are definitely in favor of a dump. ADA is down 0.79% on the day. We got our little wedge, which is we're riding the lower trend line, which results in wicks every single time we break below it. So nothing really to panic about. RSI is completely flatline. There's zero like actionable price action on this chart, in my opinion, on the 4-hour time frame. Kind of looks like crap, but we'll see what happens. We're like right at the tip of the triangle, and nothing has happened this entire time. It's just riding trend lines. Normally, I would look for a fake out or at least a break somewhere. We haven't even really gotten a break. So if we do break and start to lose levels, see, we're right at what I would call support. If we break and start to lose levels, I would look for 75, 74 for downside target. But I would also look for the rebound to the upside, because a lot of times I see these triangles, the first move is a fake out. The only thing that concerns me about that theory in this scenario is that we are at near the very tip of the triangle. So Deathface said, just liked. Appreciate your Deathface. Tremor said, don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. He's a smart guy. You should listen to him. SNEK is up 3.48% on the day, currently trading at 39.85. See if we can get back about 4. Liking the price action on SNEK. Nice recovery off of 38.5. Nothing really else going on. We got confirmed green dot on Market Cipher and bullish cross over the moving average on the RSI. Whoops. I keep hitting the mic thing. I'm so sorry, guys. Can't help it today, man. XRP got a break below its lower trend line, which, you know, there was some confluence there. 1, 2, 3 hits, I suppose. We got a breakout below, confirmed bearish, continuation of the downside. If that is the true breakout, and we are going by like flag rules, the target might be pretty spicy. $1.50, which would be freaking crazy. My preferred method is to just measure the pole itself, which would, I'm pretty sure, literally just be Yeah, 225. Let's call it 2. I'm going to call it 240. 2.4. JJ's downside target. So we'll see what comes of that. Market is awfully dumpy today. Good God. Was not expecting this. I mean, it's Sunday, but I guess I was expecting the dump on Monday. HBAR. HBAR breaking 22 support to the downside. Look for 20 for psychological and previous resistance turn support. There's confluence there. It's a pretty steep fall though. That's almost 10%. Yeah, 8.7. So not financial advice. RSI is almost oversold on the 4 hour, so that's probably your best case scenario, is that coming into play. But sometimes the RSI just doesn't give a crap. So you got that. You got a red dot on your momentum wave pointing to the downside. This is an important close. It's a monthly close. So Tyler said, please tell me this is just a spring. I need some hopium. The hopium is 2026. For hopium, I don't think I got anything for you guys right now. Usually when we feel like crap like this, that's the best time to buy. There's your hopium. I love you. There's some more hopium. At least we still have each other. Maybe the alt season was the friends we made along the way. All right. What I can tell you is the best time to take profits is when your coins are down a lot. I'm just kidding. That was a joke, by the way. SWE is down 1.12% on the day. We're holding 325 nicely, but it does seem to continue to want to try to break that. We did get a bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI, and we got a red dot on our momentum wave pointing to the downside. Longer term, or I guess I'll call it midterm, my midterm target for this is still 289. So we'll see how long it takes for us to get there. It might go all the way down to 287, depending on how fast it goes. But look for a reaction at $3. Obviously, we're going to see if we can break 325 this time around. And yeah. Is it going to enter oversold territory and get a bounce? Who knows? Sometimes the market just doesn't care about oversold territory. I will say, it looks like a miniature version of that, and that entered oversold as well. So maybe we get that relatively soon, and then we can get a reaction. Otherwise, kind of looks like doo-doo. So we'll see what happens. Ondo's down 0.87% on the day. We do have a triangle for Ondo as well. We're holding above 90, which is nice. We break below that, target's probably going to be 84, 84. But again, we got the triangle, and this maybe could be the fake out. We did have a break above it, though, so that could have been the fake out. And this might be the real move to the downside. It is what it is. Tyler said we're dead. Honestly, everyone's calling for September dump. It might happen. It might be a self-fulfilling prophecy. It might not happen. Regardless, we're looking for rate cuts in September. So I'm just going to sit on my hands and complain about all the money that I'm losing. It's not lost money, technically, unless you actually sell. You need to solidify those losses by selling. Arrow's up 1.42% on the day, dancing around 115. It's at 114.6 right now. We hit our target of our head and shoulders, which was 110. 115 was my frugal target. 110 was my max target. And we've since rebounded very nicely. Broke above 115 with conviction. And we got 20 minutes remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Currently, we're a little on the bearish side again. Break it down. Nothing really similar to compare this to be completely honest. We'll see if we get that bearish cross over the moving average and the RSI. And you got a red dot on your momentum wave on Market Cipher, pointing to the downside. Pin link. Tyler said, I see September pump. Honestly, rate cuts and hopefully regulations. Honestly, though, I would not be surprised if the first week of September were trash to convince all the idiots to short. Those idiots, including myself. Pinlink, very nice wick. Broke below 60 again every single time. It's a beautiful buy. Not financial advice though. We did get a bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI, and your momentum wave is pointing to the downside after being a little spiced up from back here. Chewy said, bro, just 4 days ago you were bullish. What happened? The market changes, man. The market's dynamic, so is my my sentiment. You can be bullish on short-term time frame. I'm bullish long-term. Pinlink down 4.2%, 420. Very cool. We're at 59.06. It seems to be bouncing off of like 53, 54 level. Not that that's really significant. Actually, it kind of is. That's where it used as a springboard to get back above 60 last time, so maybe it is significant. That's a pretty big wick, though. 58.30 on Pinlink. We'll see where she ends up. Render's down 1.54% on the day, broke below 350, and we have since rejected 350 twice. We did a little fake out, did a little BART, rejection, maybe continuation to the downside. We got a bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI and a red dot on the momentum wave pointing to the downside. Currently sitting at 343.41. And there's not a lot of, I guess you could probably make the triangle argument here too. But it's sloppy. It's very sloppy. Forever struggling to get back above $4. It's far from it right now, 343. So the concern to the downside, probably looking at 315 unless we get a midpoint bounce around 330, 332. It seems to like reacting off of this 340 level though. So we'll see if anything happens with that. Coach DeCamp said the chart on all crypto are looking so good for entry. Yeah, I agree. Not to mention sentiment. Sentiment's a pretty good indicator. And whenever everyone's like, oh my gosh, that's probably the best time to buy. Not financial advice. Stellar, down 1.92% on the day, currently trading at 35.31. We're getting a potential midpoint reaction in between 32 and 38. So let's see if this turns into a W. Otherwise, a breakdown, looking for a full retrace down to 32. We'll see if that happens or not. It is almost entering oversold territory on the RSI. It did enter oversold for a quick second back. Where was that? Right here. But also was a little choppy sideways, and then the RSI lifted up enough for it to go down a little bit more again. Coach to Canap. I think I said camp earlier. My bad. Coach to Canap said, can you look at Tau? Yes, I can. Stellar target 32, unless it gets a bounce here. Tau got a bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI. Getting a pretty meaty candle to the downside here, just like everything else. It is currently down. Just this candle alone, 1.77% for the day. It might be relatively break even. Day opened up. Oh, no, it is down. For the day, it's down less than 1%, so that's not too bad. Tyler's submitting a early daily close contest guess as he is working, which is important, by the way, guys, especially when the bull market is non-existent. It's important to keep your day job and to work as many hours as possible, which I did this past week, anticipating money. I was going to say anticipating some downside, but that would have been a complete lie. I literally strictly worked for the money. So it's important. Focus on the things you can control. I can control my hours, and I increase them, which therefore increase the frequency of dollars into my bank account that I could then spend on crypto that is diminishing in value. Okay, Polkadot. Did I go through town? Not really. Downside target. So this thing could not get above 413. It's at a support level. You've had a fake out below this level before. Your next support level, if you lose that, it's probably going to be 270, 271. Yeah, I like that. With you might get a reaction at 287 as well. And this is strictly based on previous reactions on the chart. Bounces, resistance levels, support levels, you know. Are you a degen trader like Memecoin? I do trade with about 1% of my overall portfolio value. Right now, I'm pissed off at the market. So I'm trying to avoid trading. I am in a revenge short right now, which I'm going to close because the price is going back up. I am not willing to share how much money I've lost this past week because that will piss me off even more. Tyler said, I work literally as little as possible. I'd rather be home with the family than have money, lol. Money always comes and goes. Family isn't always going to be there. Yeah. Polkadot down 1.63% on the day, currently trading at 374.9. Where's your beer? I don't have beer. What do you mean? I have chai latte. Cheers. Delicious. Looking forward to some Wendy's later as well. Polkadot, the lower trend line is still holding quite nicely. So we'll see if that ends up being anything. I will say if we lose that, downside looks a little harsh. We're looking at 350 maybe for a midpoint. Otherwise, 333 definitely going to be in the cards. Coach said, damn, every live you drink chai latte from India? I mean, the brand is Stash. I don't think I have any on me right now. It's definitely not from India. But it's delicious. It is very tasty. I know that the tea originates in India, but the brand definitely doesn't give a crap about India at all. Okay. So yeah, Polkadot potentially getting ready to lose this lower trend line. We got a bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI and a red dot pointing the downside on the on market cipher. Coin broke below 83.27, rejected, and got a little baby bounce around 75 and is now sitting at 76.340 on the way to the downside. We'll see if we break 75 this time around. If we do, 61 might be in the cards, man. 72 is like our midpoint, but 75 is a pretty strong psychological support. If we lose that, it's probably game over for a little while. I will say there is definitely bullish divergence, but it's the bad kind. This probably played out right here, because this bullish divergence basically just signals that the price is going to rebound temporarily and then continue to the downside, while the RSI does the same exact thing, continues to the upside. So yeah. CAS is down 1.77% on the day, currently trading at 0.083. We'll see if 82 holds as support. We did get a bearish crossover with the moving average on the RSI and a red dot on the momentum wave on market cipher. If we lose 82.76, then our midpoint would be 79. Otherwise, 76 is in the cards. Avalanche, losing our lower trend line, which is not great. This is a bearish pattern to begin with. I'm not sure how to measure the move for this, but definitely probably looking for around $20 if it gets too spicy. We are in kind of a wedge, though, as well. So who knows? It's just interesting to see the same thing play out 1, 2, 3 times, shrinking each time. I can't look at the volume because it's gone. The volume is gone. I don't know how to get it back. TradingView is trash now. I wish there was an alternative because TradingView kind of sucks. The RSI is showing tremendous strength, which is very interesting. You do have a bearish cross over the moving average, though, and a red dot on market cipher. Chainlink down 0.85% on the day, currently trading at 23.32. Working its way down towards 21.67. Broke below 24.42. Rejected once, fake out above. Couldn't even get to it at the second point. They just rejected 24 at that point. Coach said they're trying to make it a bearish engulfing monthly candle for Bitcoin right now. I think that's definitely going to happen. Yeah. Doge down 1.23% on the day, currently trading at 21.32. We'll see how far this guy goes. I'm looking for 20 for a retest at the very least. Or maybe not a retest, just a pullback to 20. Otherwise, 17.9 would be my target, my bearish target. Bearish crossover the moving average in the RSI and a red dot on the momentum wave on market cipher. NIR's down 2.71%, losing our lower trend line. We'll see if we get a break of 234. If we do, 221 is probably going to be in the cards for our target. bearish crossover the moving average on the RSI, and a red dot on market cipher. Penguin down 2.26% on the day, currently trading at 29. It rejected 29.9, and we're currently at 29.1 right now. If we continue to the downside, midpoint bounce will be 27. Otherwise, 25 is definitely going to be in the cards. And silver. Silver getting a little bit pumpy. DXY. Looks like crap. Market strategy. Looks like it needs a little bit of help. NASDAQ. NASDAQ looks okay from Friday. And the S&P also looks okay from Friday. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Markets are going to be closed, but it's going to be interesting to see after the monthly close what everything looks like. Bitcoin dominance getting a little bit pumpy here in Bitcoin itself, 108, 112. Let's go to the monthly time frame. Let's go to the weekly first. Weekly, horrible weekly. But we do have this pattern that we're watching, so we could close all the way down at 107, 152 and still be bullish, in my opinion. Monthly, we would need, what is that? That opened at 107, 173. And what did I say we'd go down to? 107, 173. And then on the weekly, yeah, I think we could close at 107. There's definitely potential for them to take it down for a bearish engulfing. That's for damn sure. What would that mean, though? I don't know if that would mean anything. They could do this, and then that playing out next month would just be boop. And then they could go up from there. You know, literally same thing happened right here. Monstrous bearish engulfing. Next month was just this little baby. You know, we had a crazy pump, crazy little baby dump, and then it closed with the smallest candle body possible. And, you know, so many people probably lost money on both sides of this. The emotions, man. The emotions will screw up your trading 1,000%. But we're just repeating the same exact thing every single time. You got pump, flag. Pump, flag. It's fugly, but it's there. Pump, probably a flag. Which is unfortunate, because that means we're going to probably pump, dump, and then pump out of it eventually. And that's on the 1 month, so we got September, October, November. Which is awful. You know, 3 months. I feel like it's been like 1 week of bearish boringness, and it's been miserable. Jeroen Koster said they're trying to make it a bearish engulfing monthly candle on Bitcoin right now, I think. Didn't I just read that? Am I tripping? Bitcoin 108, 272 cents. That's on the 4 hour. So Crypto Z's target hit on Friday, actually. Friday, Saturday. Interesting. Good job, Crypto Z, wherever you are. That's pretty sick. ETH. See, alts seem like they want to hold up, but then they just don't. Bitcoin dominance tries to fall, but then just doesn't. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what to make of it. I suppose 107 is my target. I cannot type today, man. Wow, and that is so bad. We're probably gonna play some video games on the channel soon, guys. I think we might need to retire from crypto for a week. I'm just joking, by the way. I'm still gonna be here every single day as long as you guys smash that like button. Cheers. We got 5 minutes until the daily close contest commences, so get your guesses ready. Cool. All right, we got some news articles and stuff. I feel like it's a little too early to go through that though. Arrow. Arrow's the interesting one. I feel like if anything can defy this besides ETH and Sol, it would be Arrow. But Arrow also has this trend line that's like calling its name, which goes all the way down to like 87 cents, which is crazy. It's $1.14 right now. I think it's not too crazy. This is very typical of a bull market for sure. But damn, 25% dip sucks. 25% sucks so bad. Tyler said, what about Pinlink news? Anything? I did actually organically see that they announced some cool thing going on. So let me actually go look. They hinted at some cool thing. Pinlink. Is it? No, that was July 15th. I think it might be this one. Hashlink, where DeFi meets Bitcoin's real economy. Developed by Pinlink, Hashlink allows users to contribute USDC and receive passive Bitcoin payouts backed by tokenized hash rate from verified mining infrastructure. It's not staking or synthetic yield, it's real-world mining power represented on-chain, providing sustainable RWA-backed returns through Bitcoin itself. The new standard for Bitcoin yield. I thought that was pretty cool when I read it. Something big is coming. Hashlink update. Yeah, I thought it was neat. Ooh, see, they got all kinds of fancy stuff going on. What a waste of money. You gotta put all that crap on your miners. Just plug it in. Just plug it in and let it mine the Bitcoin. Jerome said could be bullish if they fail to make it bearish engulfing. They might. They very well might. We're sitting at 108.248 right now, and it does seem to be getting a little bit of pushback, and they only got 13 minutes, so let's get this exact price for the bearish engulfing on the Binance chart, specifically for the weekly. We're talking weekly or monthly? We're talking monthly. For the monthly, bearish engulfing would have to be 107, 146, 51. Okay, so that would have to be our bearish engulfing target. Let me go back down to the 4-hour. I think there's a liquidation right there too. I'm going to call it monthly bearish engulfing. Now, if that does happen, I could see them also immediately after the close dragging it down to that anyways to kind of fill that gap, so to speak. So we got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys get your guesses ready. I appreciate you guys for being here. Smash the like button in order to participate. Anyone can play. Only one will win. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Almost. It's not exactly time. You have to wait like 38 seconds. Arrowmaker said, what's up? Arrowmaker, I gotta ask, is your name in any way, shape, or form affiliated with Arrow, the project? Did you make Arrow? If so, I do think that Chewy probably wants to thank you. Because he made a ridiculous amount of money off of Arrow. I hope. All right, Bitcoin 108, 314 and 42 cents. 3, 2, 1. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. What's it gonna be? While we wait. Arrowmaker said, no, I didn't. I have built some. You built some crypto? What did you build? Like airplanes? I shall serenade you guys with this ocarina that is sitting on my desk. This is what the cryptocurrency market has boiled down to. Fade. Dude, my fiance just left to go and get Wendy's. I'm super stoked. Fade coming in with 108,222. Probably the only instrument that actually shows up on my mic. If I try to play my guitar, half of it cuts out. I gotta figure that out. I have a fiddle, which I'm god awful at playing. It's fun though. It is very fun. Anybody else participating in the daily close contest? Bitcoin currently trading at 108,221.74 cents. Is she going to dump down to our target? We got a liquidation point right here at 107,961. Oh, Tyler coming in. I forgot about Tyler's entry. Good thing he reminded me. With a new one, 108,333. Arrowmaker said I was big into FPV racing and freestyle. Like drones? That's actually sick. Are you talking about drones? Because drone racing blows my mind. Especially FPV. That's insane. Arrowmaker coming in. 108,140. Bitcoin 108,258.07. Kind of lingering. It's quiet. Dude, that's so friggin' awesome. So you race first person. I don't understand how your brain can process data that fast. And like the videos blow my mind, dude. People zipping through buildings and stuff, and it's like literally crazy, dude. That's so sick. Justin coming in with 108,369. Dremmer coming in with 69. Are you just guessing 69? Okay, 10. I got it. Okay, no, that's degenerate. Dremmer coming in, I guess, just with 69. Degenerate 108, 190. Yeah, I started in early 2015. That's so badass, dude. I have a at work. We have a DJI Phantom Vision 2 Plus. I think it might be the 3. I think it's 2 though. I don't remember. But that thing's pretty fun. But it's also ancient. Like, to the point where I don't think we could buy replacement parts for it if we wanted to. Which is kind of crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, you got 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining to get your guess in for the daily close contest. I was one of the first pilots when you couldn't get the tech, so you had to make it, everything from scratch. I remember when that was a thing, people making drones. Man, Casey Neistat was pretty big for a little while as well, and his whole shtick was his drone footage was like really cool. Whatever happened to him, man? It's blocked in the US. What is DJI? No. Is that what you're talking about? Or like being able to build your own drones? Ladies and gentlemen, 40 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Currently, we got 6 entries. Yeah, I remember. I think one of my favorite stories from like back then was him making that Beam or Bean, whatever, that weird like news company, and then he sold it. He didn't even do anything with it. He just started it and immediately sold it for like $4 billion, some ridiculous amount of money, and he like it just kind of crumbled. Tyler coming in with the change. 108,269.69. No, I was talking about your drone, DJI. Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. You said you think it's blocked in the US. I guess I'm not sure what you mean by that. The satellite's still connecting stuff. Manny Vera, you are too late, my friend. Time's up. You can participate tomorrow if you would like to join. For now, I'm going to sort these bad boys and get them up on the board. We got Justin. The imports of DJI. Oh, yes. Okay, I remember that for a short period of time. Yes. Are they right now? Because that would be stupid. 108,369. You know what's really funny? For the longest time, I thought that the stock ticker DJI was the drone company. I was like, oh, cool. You know, they have a really high valuation. It's Dow Jones Index. I'm not even joking. I thought that until like 4 days ago. I learned about that, and I was like, oh shit. 108-269-69. I had no idea. Which is kind of embarrassing, but also kind of hilarious. Vahid coming in with 108-222. Dude, I was so excited. I was like, dude, they're publicly traded drone company. They're gonna, like, that's gonna be worth so much money. It's ridiculous. And it was. I was like, oh, dude, DJI's like up every single day. And it was the Dow Jones Index. 108-190 from Degenair. Thank you for flying Degenair. Goodbye. They just, there's no plane. You just buy a ticket. You get rugged. There's no plane at the airport for Degenair. Where's my plane? Oh, the pilot, there was a hack and the pilot took off. In shame. But they're rich now. They have a lot of money. But it's not from the hack. It's from something else. 107-200. I'm going to call this drummer. Representing 69. Nice. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our guesses are on the board. Error Maker said the imports of DJI were banned at one point. I remember. Maybe I'm wrong. LOL. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was declared some sort of spot. Yes, I remember that. I do believe you are correct. Bet one, then bet two said, I'm gonna buy the dip tonight. I'm not sure if there's stock futures today. Monday there are not. No. Oh, futures, I guess. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. Oh, happy Sunday. Big important day. We got daily close, weekly close, and monthly close. August is finally over. It has been a poopy month for the Bitcoin, but that's okay. We got, how much time do we have left? 1 minute and 46 seconds remaining on the clock. Vahid said we at crucial support. It's got to see some relief. So weak. Justin said bio looks juicy right now. No, he said rate here. What was I going to go look up? Bitcoin monthly performance. 21 minute and 28 seconds remaining. So Q3 so far is up 1.25%, but August is down 6.34%, and it's probably going to close like that. And historically, when it closes single digit red, okay, so 2019 was not the bull market though. 2021, see, it's really hard to gauge. 2016, 15, 16, we might get a green September. All right, guys, this is it. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. Currently, Degenair is in the lead. The heat is very, very close on his tail. Is this going to be our first $100 winner? That is the real question. Bitcoin 108.211 and 2 cents. 42 seconds remaining. Vahid now in the lead, 108.224 and 91 cents. Is it going to be Vahid or Tyler? It's a very close match. You guys got a nice even spread across the board. I like it. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? 27 seconds left. 108.226 even. Vahid's still in the lead with 108.222. 18 seconds. Bitcoin not moving. Here it goes, a little bit of a pump. 108.229. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Oh, getting a little bit more pumpy. 108.246, 36, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Vahid is the winner of the daily close contest. Congratulations, Vahid. Bitcoin's daily close price well above our bearish engulfing target. Daily close price 108.246.35. I repeat, 108.246.35. 108.246.35. Congratulations, Vahid, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. With a guess of 108.222. Congratulations, my friend, on your victory. Spam the bananas, ladies and gentlemen. In the chat. The chat requires banana spam. Post haste. Shoot. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the 4-hour time frame. Let me zoom out. Get some banana spam in the chat. He now 21 wins. Is he coming for Tyler? What's it going to be? Banana spam. Congratulations, Vahid, on your victory. It did take really long. It did take a long time. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Let me go press your button. Button press. Yay! Congratulations, Vahid, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, Vahid, 21 wins. Only 10 away from Mr. Tyler. He is the closest to first place, sitting in second place. Only followed by Tom Selleck-Scote, who is behind by 5. If Tom Selleck-Scote wins 5 times in a row, he will be tied with Vahid for second. Transition. And add Vahid to the winners Google Doc. Vahid is Canadian. I am legally obligated to inform you guys. Vahid was the final win of August. Congratulations, my friend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 108.222 and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 108.246 and 35 cents on August 31st, 2025. Vahid Hussein's prize is a grilled breakfast wrap from Tim Hortons, which is very, very appropriate considering that he is Canadian and Tim Hortons is a Canadian company. Delicious, by the way. Highly recommend if you haven't had one. Grilled breakfast wrap from Tim Hortons. You can share it. It's actually very shareable, and it comes in like a little cardboard thingy. We don't have the cardboard thingy though. Yeah, it's delicious. I highly recommend you guys check it out. Congratulations, Vahid. Enjoy your grilled breakfast wrap. You can share it with your peers. Share it with your competitor in first place. You can share it with Tom Selleck-Scote in third place, or whatever you do. You are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy. And I believe this is tariff free because it comes from Tim Hortons. So, I don't exactly know the tax paperwork. You got anyone that wins the daily close contest has to worry about the taxes yourselves. I'm not responsible. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Congratulations, Vahid. Bitcoin looking a little poopy. $108.206 and 1 penny. Interesting. All right. It might go down to that 107, 150 or whatever for that bearish engulfing. That might actually be some kind of a gap that we have to fill. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. Let's see. We are at 10 likes. There's 20 people watching. We got 10 likes. I feel like we can do like 75%. You guys can get me up to 15, right? Give me 5 more likes. I think you guys can do it. All right, let's go through some news articles. Bitcoin 108, 135, and 75 cents. Nothing to report. We got Weimar.x posting on X. September up, October consolidation, November down, December up, January market top, February bear market. Book market and compare later. I actually like this. It plays into the 2026 bull market top as well, so quite satisfying. We'll see if it ends up playing out or not. I do have a bookmark. I don't know if we're going to remember it ever, but I do like it. And that is on the Ethereum chart as well. We got Nasdaq's market cap relative to the US M2 money supply has hit a record 176%. This means that the market value of the Nasdaq is nearly twice as large as the total stock of liquid money in the economy. The ratio has now exceeded the 2000 dot-com bubble, peaked by 45 percentage points. Never in the history of financial markets has the rise in stock prices exceeded the growth of the money supply by this much. At the same time, the Nasdaq's market cap relative to US GDP has risen to a record 129%, almost double the dot-com peak. How much further can it go? Probably infinity, because modern monetary theory literally explains that money does not matter. Bitcoin Archive posted, September has historically been Bitcoin's weakest month. Did Bitcoin front run the red September, or is more selling ahead? What do you think? Bitcoin average monthly performance. Every single month is green except for September is average down 4.68%. Next we got CryptoZaros, George. Zero said, yo, what's going on, Zero? Avalanche just logged 66% weekly transaction growth, crossing 11.9 million transactions. It's the fastest increase across all chains after the U.S. Commerce Department began anchoring GDP data on the blockchain. Grayscale also filed for a spot AVAX ETF. I like Avalanche. I really do. I think they're going to do big things. Crypto Rover posted, big week coming for crypto. Monday, September 1st, Labor Day holiday, markets closed. Tuesday, ISM Manufacturing PMI, ISM Manufacturing Employment. Thursday, initial jobless claims and trade balance. Friday, non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. So make sure you guys bookmark that. I'll probably try to repeat it throughout the week so that we're all up to par with it every day. Rick Fencer posted, breaking, a whale just rotated over $4 billion from Bitcoin into Ethereum. He knows something we don't. Get ready for ETH at $15,000. That's crazy. We'll see what happens. Key events this week: Labor Day, PMI, jobs data, non-farm payroll, non-farm employment, initial job lists, and August jobs report. It's all about the labor market this week. Michael Saylor hints at buying more Bitcoin tomorrow, which is pretty cool. Longling Capital, known for buying low and selling high, just bought 7,000 Ethereum worth $30.67 million 3 hours ago. That was 20 hours ago, so technically 23 hours. Evan said, Sob, I missed it. JJ, I'm gonna need a text or something. Let's see if we can get Dixie to make a dong alert. For the record, Evan, I do post it for the raid alert in the dong channel. So I don't know what to tell you. And that's a daily occurrence. Alt season usually triggers at this level. This is from Mikey Bull. We are below 30. We got alt season. And right now we're like super mega alt season triggered. So we'll see what happens. US M2 money supply stock hit a new all-time high of 22.12 trillion. Hopefully some of that comes trickling into altcoins. What's your prediction for this week's U.S. jobs report? Forecast plus 74,000, previous plus 73,000. I don't know. I have no prediction. TechDev posted, Bitcoin cycles explained. USD tops at red bar tops, not even red yet. Impulse tops at blue signal tops last cycle, only one where red dot and blue were different, why most alts topped May 2021. Bear market, while red bars decline, ends when bars go green. Bull market, ramp while bars green. Still here, longest ever. This is the longest it's ever been in this mode. Red bar profile determines bull market profile. Bull markets go parabolic when bars flip red. Hasn't even started. 2013 double pump. 2017 smooth parabola. 2021 rounded top. Not the halving, not the narratives. The business cycle is all you ever needed to describe every aspect of the Bitcoin cycle. I like it. I like the confidence. I like the explanation. I like the data. I like the chart. We'll see if it rings true. So far, it hasn't been wrong, so only time will tell. Marty Party posted another perspective. $3.2 billion in longs will be liquidated to will be liquidated if we go to 103,000. 20 billion in shorts will be liquidated if we go to 123,000. We got Stock Money Lizards, posting bounce area a bit corrected, but in general, the setup stays the same. We have entered a high demand area. Don't get fooled by September boredom. Q4 is always where the action takes place. We shall see. I will say September, at least where I live, is like the start of fall, the start of autumn, like weather. So autumn is when the market gets spicy. So it's going to be interesting for sure. You know what would really suck is if this time frame from 2020, from January 2025 to April, that 4-month time frame is what we're experiencing right now. So July, August, September, that would be October, and we'd probably be at like 90K. Could you imagine a slow bleed to 90K over the next 2 months? That would be so awful, dude. People would freak out. Marty Party posted the WLFI token, the governance token for the Trump family-backed DeFi platform World Liberty Financial, is set to launch for public trading and initial token claims on September 1st, 2025 at 12 UTC, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. This marks the official token generation event, TGE, and the start of spot trading on the Ethereum mainnet, following a pre-sale that raised over $550 million from more than 85,000 investors across multiple rounds since October 2024. It's going to be cool to see what happens with that. Kind of bummed I didn't get any. I should have got some just for the novelty of it, but I don't remember giving a crap, to be completely honest. Colin Talks Crypto. This is our global M2 money supply versus Bitcoin guy. He's the one, I believe he coined it. I could be wrong, but he's the one who we originally saw, who everyone else always shares his charts specifically, which is why he watermarks them. This one's kind of an earful, so bear with me. While Global M2 has not yet reclaimed all-time highs, which I believe it has since he posted this, it has steadily trended upwards since its local bottom in mid-October. If it resumes this trend and puts in new highs, this would be a positive thing for Bitcoin, especially in terms of possibility of a cycle peak later this year, December. Contrast that with a hypothetical scenario whereby Global M2 keeps dropping and does not put in a new all-time high. In that case, it would be very likely this cycle is over. We're not in that scenario yet, so that's a positive thing. Furthermore, regarding decoupling, Bitcoin has decoupled from M2 before, even on this very chart. It gives us a couple of options. One, Bitcoin has a lot of ground to make up, and it may do so violently and suddenly when the time comes, perhaps in a month from now. I think this is the most likely of the three options. Two, Bitcoin will pick up correlation and continue to mirror M2, but from its lower location on the chart. The moves still do seem to be correlated. Regardless of the two, if the two lines overlap totally, this is my second guess. And three, the bull run is over and the 122K top was the final peak. I don't personally think this is the case and is not my base case. I give highest odds to Bitcoin seeing new highs later this year. Discuss. It's just a fractal, man. We know fractals decouple, so I'm excited to see what actually plays out. And I'm gonna make fun of anyone who was overconfident and cocky and tries to pivot to sound right later on. I'm just kidding. Don't bully, guys. Bullying is stupid. Cointelegraph posted Sharplink Gaming has $760 million in unrealized profits. Very cool. Good for them. I wish I had $1 million in unrealized profits. I would realize them very quickly. This chart showing every time someone said Bitcoin was dead, the current price is 100K. And somebody said it was dead right around like 60, it looks like, 61. That's probably when we crossed the previous all-time high. All right, next we got, there's now 86.4% chance of rate cuts in September. I like how much this fluctuates. It kind of cracks me up, to be completely honest. Bitcoin, 107,968 and 11 cents. Congratulations, Fahid, once again on your victory. Enjoy your breakfast wrap, grilled breakfast wrap, delicious. Huge. Eric Trump says Bitcoin will definitely hit 1 million. Cool. Update. The USA is leading in the number of entities holding Bitcoin. Let's go. BitcoinTreasuries.net. United States has 107. Canada has 43. United Kingdom has 20. Japan has 11. And Hong Kong has 11. Very cool. Having double digits seems quite small, if I'm being completely honest. Anything under 100. I could say that because I'm an American. Throwback, Bitcoin was $8,205 the year before this article came out, and it was $4,602 the day this came out. Now it's 23 times higher than that. Bitcoin on CNBC. If you took your brother-in-law's advice and bought Bitcoin last Thanksgiving, you lost big. Technically, you only lose if you actually sell the Bitcoin at a loss. I'm just saying. It's not that deep. Alex Mason, I'm going to follow this guy because this chart is sick. Iranians can mine one Bitcoin for $1,300 and sell it for $108,000, which is an 83x. He posted how much electricity is needed to mine one Bitcoin. And I believe Iran is the cheapest, 1,320. Canada is really cheap as well. By comparison to the US, Canada only costs 84 grand to mine one Bitcoin. Mexico, it costs 64 grand. Cuba, it costs $3,970. This is to mine one Bitcoin, which currently sells for $108,000 right now, guys. This is huge. Ethiopia. Now, some of these might have unstable power grids, so you can't just go there and start mining Bitcoin. Australia is 180K. Why is their electricity so expensive in Australia? Indonesia, Taiwan are nice and cheap. Syria is 3,970. Let's go to Syria, man. Bhutan. Let's find all the single-digit ones. Sudan. Nigeria, Libya, Angola. Chile is kind of expensive. I was not expecting that out of any of these South American countries, to be completely honest. Anything else? Yeah, I think Kyrgyzstan. I don't know how to say that. Probably butchered it. That's pretty much it. I thought this was a really cool chart, though. So props to Alex Mason. Give him a follow. 15 years ago, this one hurt my soul. 15 years ago, 15 Bitcoin cost just 1 penny. Oh my gosh. Dude, that hurts so bad. Why didn't you just put $1 in, man? $1. This one I thought was a cool illustration. The caveman mad at fire. The probably theater snobs mad at the movie, the projector. The old people mad at Bitcoin. That's pretty funny. MDB posted, Bitcoin is about to become the #1 safe haven asset. Nowhere else to hide. Things are about to get wild. I like that one. And then last but not least, we got Stock Money Lizards, who, by the way, does not post a lot. Stock Money Lizards very rarely posts. So when they do post, I pay attention. Ethereum BTC. While Bitcoin is entering an autumn correction, ETH, as a surrogate for altcoins, shows strength against Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin recovers, doesn't even have to be a new all-time high, but simply reclaim 115 to 120K, ETH will push higher. Large caps will move along. I like it. We got an uptrend that it broke above. Let's freaking go. Number go up. Bitcoin breaking below our 107,961 liquidation point. Congratulations, Fahid, once again on your victory. I will say, normally right now, alts would be down like 1 to 2%. With Bitcoin down 0.3, alts are down around 0.3, it seems. So the strength is there for sure. I will say that. We got some... Actually, we went through our news articles. We got to go through our portfolio update next. The 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is currently down $109. Not doing too great, but it's not doing too bad either. Sol and ADA are still in profit. Excuse me. Okay, Sol and ADA are still in profit. Sol is up $19 and ADA is up $5. The rest are dragging her down. We got Render, Ondo, Proppy, Doge, Fetch, Shib, Near, and Aptos. All slowly but surely dragging the portfolio into the mud. Memecoin portfolio. Memecoin portfolio is worse off, down $120. Being outperformed again for the second day in a row by the 1K to 10K Grok portfolio, which has not happened in a long time. This portfolio, 2 assets in profit as well. WIF is up $34. Pepe is up $2. Doge is down 19. SNEK is down 25. And Giga is down 115. Jeez, dude. Giga chat is being decimated. Then we got the narrative portfolio, my favorite, and one of the best performers. It is still in profit, $42.31. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, one gaming coin, and one real world asset coin. And it is absolutely killing it. We still only have one asset that is negative here. VeChain is down $12. Pepe's up 37, Tao's up 8, Fetch is up 4, and Mana is up 3. And then last but not least, probably the best performer, the perfect entry portfolio is still up $150. Crow is the best performer so far, up $86. Link is up $53. ETH is up 13. Sol is up 11. Sui's up 5. Ondo, Graph, and Render are the only negative. Ondo's down less than $1. Graph is down $3, and Render is down $17. So it looks pretty good. It's holding up very nicely. Look at that. The Wendy's has arrived. I'm about to munch on some Wendy's, dude. I'm excited. So perfect entry portfolio looks really, really good. We'll probably add to the perfect entry portfolio tomorrow because I suspect the dip is going to keep on dipping. So we'll see what the community votes on for this. As of right now, Bitcoin dominance 58.08. Bitcoin's still getting a little dumperoo. We're probably, like I said, we're probably going to that 107, 150 for that bearish engulfing gap, we'll call it. Congratulations, Fahid, once again on your victory. Enjoy your grilled breakfast wrap. Absolutely delicious. Cheers, guys. Happy Sunday. Happy Bitcoin daily, weekly, monthly close day as well. All right. Chainlink is up 2.75%, which is interesting. Everything else is red. Let's see how the meme coins are holding up. It's been a while since I checked Dex Screener. Oh, Dog World Liberty Finance. That's kind of funny. Jay Westvedger said, JJ, can you look at Moodang and Gob, please? Yes, I can. Space Ape is up 14. Popo, whatever. Popo's up. Cheeseball. Yeah, everything is pretty lackluster, honestly. Whoa, some of these are down like crazy. Holy cow. I can't believe Harambe. Dude, we kind of printed on Harambe. I'm excited. I think we doubled our money, which I'm going to do again next year. Next year, I might put up a little more. We front ran it by like 2 months, Harambe's death date. And I think 1 month or maybe 2 or 3 weeks beforehand, we sold. And I think we made like 120, 130% on that, which is pretty sick. We want to look at Moodang. Okay, Moodang. Let's see. Get that out of there. We got support level at 1326. Big wedge. As of right now, it is still a wedge. Not sure what that lower trend line can look like, though, because there's not a lot of confluence. But yeah, 1326 is going to be your current level of support. If you lose that, look for 10 for psychological. Otherwise, 7.5 probably potentially in the cards. I would want to see a bounce here. You got bullish div, but it's the wrong kind. It's the one where the price continues to the downside and the RSI continues to the upside. That's not the end of the world, though. This could be better. Volume is awful on this. Volume is so bad. Look at that. Just by comparison, it's just like here, let alone back here. That's crazy. Just Have Fun said, yo, what's going on? Just Have Fun. So yeah, you want to see a nice reaction off of this 1326. If you lose that, it's going to get pretty spicy. But it seems to be holding up well above it, though. 1340s seem to be pretty strong. So got potential for sure. And then you said Gob. Ooh, okay. This one looks cool. So you got your initial pump and sell-off. It bottomed out quite low. Bottomed out right here. Nice bounce. Uptrend established. Is it going to continue in that uptrend? There's not a lot. There's almost no resistance to the upside. You just need the volume. I'm going to leave that like this for now, in hopes that that's a ascending channel versus a ascending wedge. Not that there's any difference, really. I think they're both bearish, but the ascending wedge gives you a lot less room to play in. If this breaks down, though, I don't know if it would be that bad. I don't know if it can break down. It might break up. It might be bullish because of the way that it entered into the pattern. Right here. I'm not sure. Volume could be a little bit better. You had a ton of volume back here. Look at all that volume. And that has since completely dried up. And you are down to like nothing now. So I want to see an uptick in volume for sure. Outside of that, let's look at the holders. Number one is not a liquidity pool, which is a little bit alarming. No transactions though, so it's possible. If it's not a developer, then it's possible that it's a exchange or something. Yeah, I would just be careful. The liquidity looks good, but the top holders are very, very alarming. I don't know who the hell any of these people are. None of them are the liquidity protocol. So just be careful if you're buying this. Bet one, then bet two said dump it. Are we dumping? Yes, we most certainly are. We're hitting some liquidation points too. Let's go refresh this bad boy, see where we're at. Ooh, they're starting to chip into that weekend. We go all the way down to 107, 135. $107, 135. Okay. That got hit, so I can get rid of that. Congratulations, Fahid, once again on your victory. Enjoy your grilled breakfast wrap. Are we going to go down to 107, 135? Bet one, then bet two. Tipped 99 cents. Appreciate you, bet one, then bet two. 106 was my original retrace target, but that was way the heck back here. I don't know. That could have been back here. Could have been back here. I don't remember. If I'm being completely honest. We got a nice reaction off of that old all-time high, though, which is interesting. The 786 from all-time high to 74.5 is 102, 169, which we have not hit since June. It's been 2 months. So that's also an option, and that might have actually changed as well. It could be higher or lower. It's kind of hard to tell. I do want to remind you guys again. I'm going to pull it up on my end and then show you guys in a second about that weird, like, coordinated effort from influencers, the crypto influencers on Twitter, to get people to sell their bags. They were literally like copy pasting the same FUD message, and it's quite eerie actually. Like, we make jokes about the market maker and everything, but this is weird. This guy posted this. They copy pasted the message and searched it. Just have fun said your Rory wallet claim midnight airdrop safe. I don't actually know. You can take your seed phrase and apply it to a different wallet. I would ask around the Cardano community. They'll be more helpful than me. I'm a Cardano network token maxi, and they didn't support that. So, I think Eternal is the one that I've heard people use for the claim. Don't quote me on that though. It's not that it's unsafe. Some of them just straight up won't work. So you got to look up how to do the claim. You might have to make a new wallet with the same seed phrase and stuff. Like, it'll be your same wallet, but there's something with the transactions or something. I don't know. It's weird. The claim process is weird, but I wouldn't think any of it's unsafe. It's IOHK. It's midnight. It's a huge airdrop. So I'm not entirely sure about Uroi specifically, or how to even claim, if I'm being completely honest. I probably should be, but you know, you caught me. Caught me slipping. So Lace is easiest? Okay. I actually prefer Lace as well. I didn't at first. I was a NAMI guy, and then they bought IO bought NAMI and renamed it to Lace and like made forced migration, which pissed me off. But I actually really like it. Okay, this not telling guy copy pasted this message and everybody posted it. Literally says, yesterday I made the decision to sell all of my Bitcoin and altcoins as I feel data has grown exhausted, which has shifted my perspective from bullish to bearish. I sold my Bitcoin at 112K. I sold my Ethereum at 4,500. I have been holding both coins from these prices since November 2022 with no buys or sales in between. Bitcoin 16.5, Ethereum 11.96. I believe the cycle top has already occurred of August 2025 at 124K. So literally, you can watch the video. All of these people said the exact same message. Every single one of them. There's like 20 to 30 of them. And they're all crypto KOLs. It's just weird, man. It's the weirdest thing. Look at every single one of them. It's so crazy, man. They gotta be automated or something. There's no way those are real people. It just blows my mind. So, don't get butted out of your bags. You know, you're allowed to take profits. You're allowed to take a little off the table if you feel nervous and whatever. Make that decision for yourself. Don't base it on some jerk-off's, tweet patterns or some bullcrap. Just, make the decision yourself. Don't follow along some weird sheep herder on the internet. Those people are nuts. Bitcoin 107, 776 and 69 cents. Nice. We are kind of lingering a little bit. HBAR is down 1.6%. People are not happy about losing 22. Pinlink's still up a little bit. Everything else is, well, nope, Near and Pengu are losing single digits already. Interesting. Bitcoin quite possibly rebounding here. We're never going to be able to tell. I will say this is the most action we've gotten after the daily close. Usually the candle stays like this little flat line junk right there. That's what we get. And then I get off and then it finally starts to move. Today, right now, this big fat candle, that is the most exciting candle we've gotten after the daily close in like probably over a year. I haven't even been streaming for a year. I think it'll be a year at the end of September. But it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time since we've had an exciting candle post daily close. So, like I said, it is an important daily close that we just experienced. Daily, monthly, and weekly. Daily closed red. Weekly closed red. Third red in a row on the weekly, which we have not seen since January, February of 2025. So the beginning of the year. And then on the monthly, red monthly, first red monthly since this uptrend. We got 4 months of green, 1 month of red. So there's a good possibility that we get another month of red. I will say though, look at this monstrous green run that we got. And then we got one red followed by another green and then another red and then green and then red and then green. That's crazy, dude. It literally just traded back and forth this whole time. Bulls and bears duking it out for a new high on Bitcoin. Yeah, we're probably going to fill that. We might even close like that, unfortunately. Maybe not on the monthly, but maybe on the weekly. Okay. Back down to the 4 hour. Yeah, it's quiet, man. It's very quiet. Not a whole lot going on here. I'm probably going to call it an evening, folks. Get some food in my body. And then, as always, hopefully I got to get back on for Bitcoin going crazy. But this is where I love and leave you. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're new. And good night. Happy Sunday.